Welcome back. 2026 British missile, suitable for a channel named Motor Authority, tailored with a tech-savvy, military-focused tone and designed to engage viewers throughout. In a world rapidly redefining the boundaries of defense technology, one name is beginning to stir attention from strategic command centers to open-source analysts across the globe: the 2026 British missile. And if you're a regular here on Motor Authority, you know we're not just about cars, so we're about everything that moves, innovates, and reshapes power. So today, buckle in. Because we are taking you into the precision-engineered heart of the UK's latest and possibly most advanced missile system to date. Developed under tight secrecy by a coalition of British defence firms and the Ministry of Defence, the 2026 missile, whose official code name still remains classified, is already being called a game-changer in modern warfare. With the increased tension globally, particularly around NATO commitments and Pacific naval presence, the UK has leaned harder than ever into strategic deterrence, and this missile could well be its ace in the hole. Let's talk about space, because that's where the missile really starts to shine. Designed for high supersonic travel, it reportedly cruises at speeds exceeding Mach 6, which means it can travel over 7,400 km per hour. That's fast enough to strike a target within minutes, leaving minimal reaction time. But it's not just about speed. What makes this system formidable is how it combines range, precision, and stealth in one integrated platform. The missile uses an advanced dual-mode propulsion system, starting with a solid rocket booster that punches it through the lower atmosphere. Once at altitude, it transitions seamlessly into scramjet propulsion, making it extremely hard to track, and harder still to intercept. Now, that's not something just any missile can do. Most traditional cruise missiles rely on slower, jet-like propulsion, which makes them vulnerable to modern anti-air systems. This British model outpaces, outmaneuvers, and outsmarts that entire generation of tech. Now, for the range. Estimates put it somewhere between 1,800 and 2,200 kilometers, giving the UK Armed Forces a significant standoff capability. That means the missile can be launched far from hostile airspace, delivered with precision, and never require direct fighter jet penetration. It could be launched from air, sea, or land platforms, something the ministry hasn't confirmed officially, but that leaked schematics strongly suggest. Imagine the strategic flexibility of launching this from a Typhoon jet, a Royal Navy destroyer, or even a concealed ground launcher deep within friendly territory. But what truly sets this missile apart is its guidance system. While many current generation missiles use GPS or inertial navigation, the 2026 missile incorporates AI-assisted target recognition. This means it can adapt mid-flight, recalibrating its flight path in real time using visual and infrared cues. Think of it as a flying predator with a brain, capable of reprioritizing based on dynamic battlefield intelligence. From a geopolitical standpoint, this is also a statement. The UK hasn't developed a fully indigenous high-speed missile system of this caliber in decades. Much of its strategic arsenal is either American-made or done in joint ventures. But this missile is British at its core, with components sourced from domestic defence firms, so Rolls-Royce for propulsion, BAE Systems for targeting, and MBDA for payload and integration. It's a clear signal that Britain is not just buying into the future, it's building it. And let's not forget payload. The missile is believed to support both conventional and low-yield nuclear options, although the Ministry of Defence has not confirmed the latter. Still, the design flexibility hints at dual capability, precision bunker-busting strikes or strategic deterrence roles, depending on what's needed. What does this mean for future combat scenarios? Simply put, it shifts the balance. Nations that have long relied on brute force and volume of fire are now being forced to deal with a new type of threat, one that's fast, intelligent, and extremely hard to stop. And in a hypothetical scenario where British forces face a peer adversary, the missile gives them a crucial asymmetric edge. Now, for those of you wondering how this stacks up globally, it's worth noting that while Russia's Kinzhal and China's DFZF hypersonics may have paved the way, this British missile appears to be a leap ahead in multi-domain integration. It's not just about hitting fast. It's about being able to launch from anywhere, adapt on the fly, and strike with minimal collateral damage. Of course, none of this comes cheap. Initial development has already crossed the £3 billion mark, and deployment across all services could cost double that. But as tensions mount in Eastern Europe and the Indo-Pacific, cost becomes secondary to capability. The UK is clearly betting on technology to counterbalance larger adversaries, and this missile is its flagship in that doctrine. So where does this leave us? In a world where warfare is defined less by brute force and more by precision, agility, and speed, the 2026 British missile sets a new benchmark. Whether it ever sees active combat or remains a silent deterrent remains to be seen. But one thing's certain, the battlefield of the future just got a lot faster, and Britain is once again on the cutting edge. If you're into military technology, aerospace propulsion, or just love seeing British engineering flex its muscles on the global stage, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Motor Authority is your front row seat to the machines that move the world and sometimes change it entirely. What's your take on the 2026 British missile? Game changer or just another Cold War relic in the making? Let us know in the comments below.